And here we go. Now I am live on YouTube. So, now that I'm live everywhere I want to be live, and I can see the chat from both, let's get things going. Helps if I have the game as the active window. So, I said last time that I don't use Nettlebane except for that little bit that I was doing to end the quest, so I'll put that away. And this took so long to get working, I don't remember what I was going to do today. I know that uh, I want to finish furnishing that house. I know that I want to potentially get uh, Golden Hills Plantation set up, and I know that I think I'm still one level too low to get the quest to find Grim Sever, which I always do relatively quickly. This loading screen might just take a while. The first exiting from an interior cell to an exterior one. That always tends to take a little bit longer to load. You see in the streaming window that it's not completely frozen, but I'm having the same experience as I did yesterday where the game says it's not responding, and I just have to hope that the game will respond sooner or later. So I'm completely unwilling to close this game right now. But I may not have a choice. Yeah, the game crashed. Well, this happens sometimes with Skyrim. What I'm going to do while I try to reopen the game is I'm going to play with those blinds behind me because I am completely washed out in the cam. It's far from a perfect solution, but it's something. Now the real question is, how many times is it going to take me to actually get Skyrim to load this time? That's my real question. Sometimes it'll load right away. Sometimes it'll take a few tries. I'm not sure I can wait for the holiday sales to buy a new computer. I have to do that sooner rather than later. But there's the game. Loading eventually. Even though it's loading slow, I know the game is working because the smoke is moving. Seeing that there's no sound or my options to load the game, as long as the smoke doesn't stop moving, I know it's still working. And the game is showing in the stream again. My game window is still frozen, but it's working in the stream. Alright, so it took me back to the bed. Put Niddlebane away again. Drop a quick save and try once again to go through the door. We took care of the Gildergreen last time, and I don't think just saving and quitting the game is enough to get it to show the new tree. I think I actually have to travel away from Whiterun, and then travel back at some point in the future. Loading screens are quite the danger today. But I will faithfully wait and hope that it comes through. If not, then I may just have to call it for the day and restart my computer a half dozen times to try and get things working again. Because one restart is never enough with this computer. If you're going to restart it, you have to do it several times. Actually, I wonder. Might it be better to just play in the stream window? Hey, I'm outside. How much gold do I have? 130. So if I go back to Brynjolf right now, he will be none too pleased with me. How about I go... It's called the Rift Imperial Camp. I am still less than... I have a less than adequate amount of Scaly Foliota for my eventual farm empire. Which, it's amusing to talk about the farm empire in this game. I am not playing Stardew Valley on stream yet. But I will definitely be doing that at some point. But this is a game I would be very excited to share. So, when you're looking for Scaly Foliota, you want to look for these white trees. And sometimes they'll be on standing trees, but most often they'll be on something like this. And right now I am sitting at 3 of it. 3, really? That's all? Ideally I would have 10 or more. I will encounter wolves along this area. Never have too many wolves.
Now you're mine.
These enemies bother me. Really? Let me loot the ingredients. Oh, I'll just kill this guy while I'm here. Actually, this is another location where I have the that is affected by the Lawbringer mod. But the flag, excuse me, the flag here doesn't always work. And I don't even see where the flag is right now. Hard to activate a banner that you cannot find. Well, in any case, it's not too big of a deal. I will need to come back to this location much in the future. There it is. Claim it for the rift. There's a major side quest that takes you to the ruins of Bathalft. I grabbed that Scaly Foliota. Not every fallen tree has some on it, unfortunately. Otherwise it'd be very, very quick to grab all I need. But the forests of the rift, they're where I want to be. Of course, the other alternative is I just plant what I have and wait for it to regrow and then use that to plant more. Would of course be the most efficient way to do things. But I never claimed this would be an efficient playthrough. I just claimed that it would be different. There's a bear over there. I do not want to fight a bear. The bear is fighting someone though. The bear killed someone very quickly. The bear is not stopping. Okay, I got away and got another sample of Skillyfolia in the process. Only need 3 more. And I know I don't have the more tapenella I want yet. But just getting the farm set up, even if I can't do everything I want to with it. Bear's back. It is, in general, I'm not afraid of spiders in everyday life. But if you aren't at least a little bit afraid of the spiders in this game, I certainly respect you for that. They are... I given to understand that the size of a frostbite spider is the average size of a spider in Australia. That's a deer. I thought it was a bear again. I'm alright with staying near the water a little bit because I do still need more nearing roots as well. A quest that requires me to find 20 pieces of it. Actually, why am I doing things this way? There's an area down this way that I discover every time I play, and for whatever reason I forgot to discover it this time. This Pepsi is for you, Dexy. There's the Dormer Ruin down this way, and there's a quest there that involves you
Legion's always
getting
looking for strong, capable
improved smithing experience, and I like to try and get that quest fairly early on because I like leveling up my smithing skill, and anything that makes it go up a little faster is something I certainly want to take advantage of. going to end up going right by this dragon roost, even though I don't need to at all. I mean, of course, getting every word of power is a fun thing to do, but I can't even shout yet. There's another skilly Foliota. I should be able to get the rest of what I'm hoping to. Oh, for goodness sake. Another bear. Let me back up. If there were a dragon here, I would fight it. I would bet. Please fight the bear, bandits. Please. Nope, they're running towards me. There is a much more dangerous creature nearby than I am. Fight the bear. I'll try and gain some elevation. If I have to jump to gain the elevation, then they won't be able to reach me. Because they won't jump. Except now I'm stuck. But I'm at least out of combat for the moment. Okay, let's get back to the road. Harvest this bird's nest for a pine thrush egg. Every time I see any creature start to move, I'm going to freak out now. Speaking of spiders, a lone frostbite spider I can handle. Frostbite spiders to me are not the scariest enemy in this game in terms of fighting them or design. In terms of design, I would say that the cars are creepier. So once I get down to this part of the rift, I'm more likely to find more Tapanella than I am to find Skilly Foliota. Which is just a darn shame because I'm just one Foliota short of what I'm looking for. But I will at least discover this Glimmer Ruin. Give that hot looking icon on my navigation bar a wide berth. It is an Orcish stronghold, and if I go over there, it will start things that I do not want to start. Mostly involving giants. So Avanchensel is a location for a quest called Unfathomable Depths, which, good luck saying it. Alright, there's my Skilly Foliota. And I already had 10 creep cluster. I'm a few more Tapanella short, but that's okay. I'm going to pop over to Riften very quickly to see if I can get the Grim Server quest started, because once I do that, I can have Mule with me at all times, and she is a badass. But I think I need to be a higher level. I think
You
13 is high
dirty
enough.
thief!
There's a thief.
It's so good to
Not a very good thief. I will take his golden lockpicks
see you
though.
again.
You look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead?
You sound like a criminal. I saw a mule running over this way.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
Vampire
hunters
hunters or something
in
in
the
the old fort near
Riften.
Riften. Might consider joining up myself. Told you once you saw Duroc, I'm gonna hear that all the time. I saw a mule. I don't know if she ran straight inside or ran into the bee and barb. Well, she's not in here. Louis Latrush is in there, but I don't care to talk to him.
Please, please, I need but a septum. A septum.
I mean,
is
I know
all
it's
I ask.
1:53
That's
a.m., so people
bad.
should be inside. But Mule claims to be the protector of the city, and during the night time when thieves are more likely to be out, she's not.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to
I did
bother
say
me?
when doing the Book of Love that, bastard or not, Bastianus would come
Yes.
here. Tell me about the Blackbriar family.
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city.
And those are
She's
rules.
bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the family?
Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son, spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. Safe travels.
Seriously, if I could roll my R's like that.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today?
I'm trying to learn Ukrainian and there are some R's I need to roll in that language.
What happened?
And I'm not great at it. Now, I came to Riften and I wasn't able to start the quest I wanted to start. So let's do something else while I'm here. There's an orphanage over here. And let's hear the horrible things that Grillad, the Kind, has to say.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Rilla.
Unhanded is best.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you.
I'll quick save to make sure we get a good one.
That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here until the day you
Goodbye.
come of age.
It's Grillen! Mercy!
All the children will share.
Someone has killed Grillen!
Constance Michelle will run around forever.
Grillen is dead! Offenses did it! Hooray! Grillen the Kind is dead at last! We're saved! Yay!
Creepy children. Yeah, I haven't talked to Aventus Aretino yet, but I figure while I'm here and want to get something done whenever I go to a location, I'll at least do that. So Rorikstead is on my map. Between Jakar's Monument and Rorikstead is a farm plot. And if you want a lot of gold in this game without a whole lot of work, and you have the Anniversary Edition, this is the way you're going to get it. These be the Julianos. You can see the farm icon in my navigation bar straight ahead. There will probably be wolves. There are almost always wolves. I'll kill them with flames. Fortunately, it will almost certainly be only wolves and no other monsters. Good destruction level. At some point I will almost certainly get up to at least adept level destruction spells. And I didn't lose much damage to them, but I do have a little bit of health loss. And I will actually get my sword and oak flesh ready. You can see a figure that just spawned in. Draw distance is not bad today. So I will pop the oak flesh and quickly kill this ghost. And start the quest, The Unquiet Dead. So if I come over here, I can find Urval's body and a torn page. I feel strange, hot and cold all at once. My hand shakes, hard to write, so dizzy. I think I've been poisoned. Seems she got the better of me after all. Well, let's go inside. This location does have a tendency to crash every now and then, so I'll make sure I save before I go inside. Sounds like wrong music. Alright, so I will come upstairs first. And there's a journal here, Urval's journal. Her eyes are calling me. First of sunsight. We harvested our first crops today. It wasn't much, but it's a start. When I watched the sun's rays first break over the horizon on our fields today, I knew what to name this place. Golden Hills Plantation, after Akatosh's glorious light. Soon it will be an inheritance worthy of our son. Just a bit longer, I know it. 23rd of Frostfall. My heart is troubled. Rin is fast growing into a strapping young boy, though he spends too much time playing with that wooden sword of his and dreaming of running off to join the Legion. But my dear wife Jonquil, her strangeness worries me. Sometimes she'll just disappear for hours at a time, and then turn up in the house as though she'd been there all along. I often see her carrying a basket full of strange dark flowers, and she won't tell me what they are or where she got them. And last winter, when Rin fell ill with fever, Jonquil produced a small black bottle from who knows where and poured who knows what down his throat. Only a few minutes later the fever was gone. Jonquil refused to tell me what was in the bottle or where she got it. I was so happy that she saved her little boy, of course, but Mara preserved me, but I'm afraid that my wife is a Daedra worshipper, or a witch. 16th of mid-year. Rin has been missing for 3 days. My little boy. I've searched everywhere, but there's no trace of him. Even his favorite toy sword is missing. What if wolves got him? Or brigands snatched him away? Tranquilla's been watching me. I don't like the look in her eyes. And she hasn't cried at all. What kind of mother doesn't cry when her child is missing? What if... I dare not even put the thought to paper. It's unthinkable. I found it. I found Jonquil's secret. This is the place she's been disappearing to. The potions, the plants, the books. Such evil and unnatural things I found down there. Divines help me. My wife is a witch. I didn't want to open her foul books, but I had to know. I had to. Deadly nightshade. That's what the plant is called. The one I saw her sneaking around with. She grows it everywhere in this hidden place. She must have poisoned my son. I've seen the sneer on her face, the laughter in her eyes as she watched me tearing apart the farm looking for him. She was mocking me. I've never felt rage like this. I'm shaking with it, sweating with it. I know exactly what I've got to do. My son's spirit whispers to me, demanding vengeance. I keep an axe by the door for dealing with wild animals. It will do for dealing with a witch as well. This is also the only place in the game you can find a broken iron core axe head. I have no use for it, but I thought I'd mention it. So next is to find the laboratory. We'll be down here in the basement, and a very obvious button on the wall. How he didn't find it immediately is beyond me. There'll be another ghost. Presumably her ghost. So we have Jonquil and Jonquil's journal. 13th? Someday of first seed. Irval wanted so badly to make a goat. Irval wanted so badly to make a go at being farmers, so here we are now with our own rocky plot of land and a ruined old farmhouse with a leaky roof. It's not what I dreamed of, but we'll make the best of it. At least the soil's good, even if it's full of boulders. I'll be able to get a nice garden going, with all the ingredients I need for my potions. The income from that should get us through the first winter, if nothing else. 10th of second seed. I found a secret room walled off in the basement. It will do nicely for my alchemy lab. I love my husband dearly, but he can be a pig-headed dolt when it comes to the gentle magics of the earth. If it weren't for my potions, little Rin would have perished last winter from a fever. 1st of Frostfall. Our plantation is doing well enough, but Irval's eyes are getting bigger than his purse. He was talking of purchasing a wagon recently, like we don't sometimes struggle to put food on the table. A wagon, honestly? I've seen the ugly looks he gives my potions and herbs, but where else are we going to get the money for all the things he buys? Next thing you know, he'll be trying to buy another farm. 13th of mid-year. Rin's gone missing. We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him. Find him. His little wooden sword is missing too. Gods preserve me. I hope he hasn't run off. He doesn't realize how dangerous it is out there on the tundra. 16th of mid-year. It's been 3 days now. My little boy is still gone. I don't like how Irval is looking at me. His eyes are too dark, too still, like a frozen lake. I think I even heard him mutter something about getting what I deserve. Could he have? No, I dared not even put the thought to paper. He did it. He must have. That monster killed my son, and now he looks at me with those hate-filled eyes and a mocking smirk. He despises my alchemical arts so much that he took my son from me to punish me. I've never brewed poison before, but I know how it's done. I know how to bottle death. A few drops in his mead and my child will be avenged. It is done. The gods will damn me, but they will damn him more for the murder of a child. Rin, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have... Wait, I hear something. She chose to write down, wait, I hear something, instead of not doing anything. So both Irval and Jonquil thought the other killed their son. I believe this is the only place you can find a non-quest related alembic as well. I will take as many of these potion ingredients as I can. Plenty of death bell and nightshade down here, and canis root, some hanging moss. And I will also grab this right here. There are 3 Song of the Alchemist books guaranteed in the game. There's one that only appears in the Bard's College when you have a quest to find it. There's one in Niece's cabin, which is always marked as stealing. And thanks to the anniversary edition, there is this one, which is not marked as stealing. So I can pick it up and have that book, because I like to have a copy of as many books as possible. And I haven't read a book at the end of a stream in a while. Which one do I want to read? How about... I'll read the Book of Daedra at the end of the stream. But I'll take a couple extra books, just so I have a supply to work with. Okay, so... now the quest moves to find out what happened to Rin. And this would be Rin's bedroom. I can get hawk feathers and blue dartwing there. And under his bed is Rin's journal. Ma and Pa are fighting again. They're always fighting these days. Ma hates how obsessed Pa is with cows and the price of wheat and all that boring stuff. Pa doesn't like Ma's flowers or bottles of goopy stuff. I don't like the goopy stuff either, but it does make me feel better when I'm sick, so I guess it's okay. I can't wait till I'm old enough to join the Legion and get away from the farm. I've been practicing every day with my sword. I think I'm good enough to be a captain, or even a general. But Pa doesn't want me to join the Legion because he says I have to take over the farm when I'm old enough. Ma doesn't want me to go because it's dangerous. That's about the only thing they agree on. I bet if I defeated a bandit or killed a wolf or something, that would show them. Then they would have to let me join up with the Legion. Pa always tells me to stay away from the old well, the one toward the tall mountain man out by the tree sitting on a rock. Wolves like to hunt out there, he says, so that's where I'll go. I'll kill a wolf and bring home its head, and that'll prove I'm a man and not a baby. I'm tired of listening to Ma and Pa yell at each other anyway. This is such a downer. So yes, I don't know what that says. So I will head towards the old well, and I did kill several wolves on my way over to this farm from the monument. And if I come over here, I find by the well Rin's toy sword and a child's skeleton. So both Herval and John Quill thought the other killed Rin. What actually happened is he went out to the well to try and kill a wolf to prove his strength, and the wolves got him instead. So, once you have acquired his toy sword, you can return to the plantation and place his sword there. And if you turn around, you can see all 3 of their ghosts. Talk to Red. Your family can rest in peace now.
Thanks a lot. Here, take this for all your hard work.
And he will give you the key to Golden Hills Plantation. So this is now one of my houses. The restless spirits at Golden Hills Plantation can finally rest in peace, reunited with the spirit of their son, and knowing that neither of them murdered their only child. Now that Golden Hills Plantation is no longer haunted, I can claim it for my own. So as soon as you exit the building, a new quest will start. A farmer's life for me. Yo ho, yo ho. So to get it started, I have to plant 10 crops. I will plant now my 10 Scilifoliota. There are 11 plots over here and 27 in the other section. So you can have a total of 38 crops planted on this farm. I do 10 Scilifoliota, 10 Creep Cluster, and 18 Mora Tapanella. But I don't have 18 Mora Tapanella to plant yet. But I'll plant the 10 Scilifoliota just to get the quest to progress to the next stage. Leaving one spot in this section open for more Tapanella. And the next step is to hire a steward for the plantation, not to run things. And I do have a particular person in mind for steward. I'll go ahead and plant the 10 creep cluster as well, just so that it's one less thing I have to worry about. Creep cluster there's a bug that makes the hitbox for harvesting it from the ground a little buggy, but it can be done. Just have to be careful with it. Where do I want to plant the last two? I'll plant them along the back here. Okay. So the steward I have in mind, who I always choose to run Golden Hills Plantation, is someone at Darkwater Crossing. There are two followers you can get from Darkwater Crossing. But one in particular I have in mind. And if you haven't watched the previous streams, the reason I'm doing more Tapanella, Scilifoliota, and Creep Cluster specifically are those three ingredients
Divines
make
bless
the
you.
most
May the
valuable
ground you walk
potion you
quake
can
as you
craft
pass.
using ingredients that you can grow yourself.
Is there something I can help you with?
A traveler?
And the
I'll bet
crab
you've seen
jumper.
I used to be an adventurer in my day. Then I settled down, got married.
Took an arrow to the knee? You were an adventurer?
That's right. I used to explore all over. I'm the one who originally found the mine Darkwater Crossing was built around. I was actually scouting a bit the other day, old time's sake. Spied a brigand heading back to his camp. Up for a little hunting? My husband is being a sad stick, so I can't go myself.
I'll do it.
This brings back memories. Come back when you're done, and maybe I'll be up to showing you a few tricks. Bandits are cowards.
Lost Knife Hideout.
Don't strain yourself chasing them all down.
It usually is. Lost Knife Hideout. It can be other locations for this quest. So, looks like we are going to get some more than killing a few wolves and some ghosts in this episode. Or in this stream. I've recorded a lot more YouTube videos than I've done streams, so occasionally I'll say episode. There's also Fort Mole over here. Do I want to make a run in there? Because there's a spell in Fort Mole. And for this particular playthrough, that spell is actually even... Excuse me. That spell is even more valuable than usual. Because of my restriction of only being able to use arrows I craft myself. The dot is still over there, but doesn't appear to be coming after me. So I don't have any desire to actually clean out Fort the Mall. But I will drop a save and run. And come into the Fort the Mall prison. Dash back here. Grab the spell tome. And leave. I'll drop the bucket later. And then book it out of here. This game does have excellent music. So, the spell I picked up is called Bound Bow. And as it says, it creates a bow. It's a conjuration spell. And it's a powerful spell. As you can see, it costs 183 to cast. So, I cannot cast it now. And won't be able to for some time. But when I can, the bow it creates is quite powerful. And it creates bound arrows along with the spell. So, if you're now needing to craft arrows, that's something you don't have to worry about as long as you're using the bound bow. I only have 28 arrows left, and I'd like to use a lot of archery in this place. Yeah, I'm gonna leave and make more arrows. I love this dungeon. Actually, for 6 years in a row, I did that dungeon on my birthday. I just happened to always have a save that had a quest for that dungeon. So it was just something that kind of became a tradition. More recently, I've been playing other games on my birthday, so don't always do that anymore. I'm hoping that the ingots have respawned. They have not. Do I actually have any remaining steel ingots? I do not. Drop the wooden plate too. I got it from a cupboard in my house. And you never want to use a smelter to make steel ingots. That's just a horrible way to go about it. Iron ore is far too valuable to waste on making steel ingots. And I don't have the smithing skill to start making dwarven arrows, which I will sometimes carry thousands of those around. Because dwarven metal is just so plentiful. I will introduce you now, though, to one of my mods. Become a bard mod. Should I play drum, flute, or lute?
Take a seat and get the cold out.
I'll talk to Ongar.
We got rooms
Tell
and
me what
food.
you'd like to hear.
Drink too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
I'd like to perform here.
Of course.
So perform at Sleeping Giant Inn. Got the 3 options. Uh-oh, my thought I had charged my headset more, but it's getting kinda low. I don't like to drum too much. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
Heads. The flute's higher up, so I'll play the flute. And I'll play flute song number 1. The innkeeper's clapping. There's no one else here.
Need a room?
So
Talk to
afterwards
Delphine.
you can talk
I'm
to him.
just the cook, lad.
I'm done for now.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
And he will give you a small amount of
I'll
gold.
show you to your room. Right
10
this
coins
way.
is my first performance. So you wouldn't expect much. But you also get a free room for the night.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
So I will sleep here for a few hours. And because my headset is at 5%, I'm going to see if I can have it connected and still working at the same time too. If I can remember where I put the cord when I was done charging earlier. That is not the right one. That is the charger for a Fitbit. This is the correct cord. Alright. Let's see here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But I do not need, while I am playing this, a mouse plugged in. So if I can manage to get this working, I can charge and still talk at the same time. Alright, so I should be I'm sorry, what is it that's clearly visible? Oh, it appears that I've crashed the game by doing something else. Oh, here we go again. I'll give it a moment to try and respond, but I may have to restart the game entirely. So it would seem. This would be a good time, if you're watching the stream, to get up, get something to drink, maybe stretch a little bit. I know that it is 5 o'clock here, and most of the people who would be watching this stream live in Europe. So if you need to go sleep, please do. I appreciate you being here, but it is not necessary. I will send you a link. I really do not like using this headset when it's charging at the same time. It does not feel good. Plus, I know that the sound of the cord can be heard in the headset. And I'm not very good at sitting still enough for it not to be heard. I said I don't need the mouse, now I'm trying to use the mouse. Okay. The game is loading again. But I can hear the Sleeping Giant in music, so I know that I didn't forget to save for hours. Alright, so it crashed and I tried to sleep. Alright, so on the what is honestly a very, very slim chance that they decided to spawn back in the steel ingots while I slept, I will check for those. I was going to buy them, but now I remember that I don't have gold. That is completely fine, Duxie, I understand.
What are you doing that for?
I think I do have some.
Watch over your battles, friend.
I can craft some jewelry. I have 2 silver ingots though, so I should make sure I'm crafting the highest value things. Give me a little bit more. And to make sure I'm getting the most possible gold out of them, with what I currently have at least, I'm going to pop over to Dragon's Reach and enchant something. Told people I was going live, and now they're asking me if I'm streaming. Let's get the cursor off my game screen. So I know I've picked up a couple soul gems. I hope they're actually filled. I do have filled soul gems. Let's enchant the silver ruby ring. I'm looking for the highest value, which I think with what I have will be fortified destruction. Yes. Higher value means more experience. And I heard Farengar speaking, but he's not in this room.
I envy you. Spells and
But I can sell him the
talent to get.
jewelry. And get several hundred gold thanks to that. Now I want to I should return to Brynjolf right now because I need to have at least 300 gold in my inventory to complete that quest. So I should go ahead and complete that now so that I don't have to keep checking to make sure I have enough gold to do it.
You look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap?
And I got enough smithing and enchanting, and then, of course, speech skill to level up again, which is nice. So there's going to be some more talking soon, but I get to hear Brynjolf talk, and that's always a bonus. I still don't know how the lowlife in here died. They were absolutely going to take me out, and then I came back out and they were already dead. My power is still going down on the headset, probably because the dongle is in the USB 3 and the cord is in the USB 2.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no
So,
handouts here.
job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
Here's what they owed us.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
Now, more potions. What's next then?
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit.
If there's more gold where that came from, I'm in.
That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here.
Before we go, I have to ask,
What's on your mind?
where it is your outfit isn't doing well. True?
We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all
Absolutely, Brynjolf. But before we do anything else, you gave me potions that I have no use for and cannot sell. So, oops, not the restore health. I made that. But I will drop the other ones in the cistern.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
I'm looking forward to getting my farm set up not just for the gold, but for the potions and alchemy experience. So I can make potions that restore more than 22 health at a time. Let Brynjolf go through the door first, wait for him to disappear. And we'll talk to one of the most reviled characters in the entire game. With good reason too. But we'll get to that.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Rules with the... Yes, I understand.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me.
So how do I get my cut of the spoils?
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
Tell me about the Golden Glow job.
Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
What's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
What's so important about these clients?
The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble.
What should I do about Arengoth?
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up.
I need more details about Golden Glow.
Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex, find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place.
Mercenaries? Not Riften guards?
Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go.
How do I destroy the
They're
beehives?
built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke.
Can't deny that. Why not level the entire estate?
I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits.
Raven Blackbriar is the influential client.
We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arangoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arangoth and bring in a huge payout.
So, how dangerous is the crosser?
Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
So there are 3 people for me to talk to down here. Vex, Delvin, and Danelia. Let's talk to Delvin first.
So, you're Brynjolf's
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right?
I suppose I could use some advice.
See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet.
Back on his feet?
Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead.
What's happened?
Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed.
A curse? What can we do about it?
I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose.
So know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries are in Goth hire to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex.
Does the guild provide other services?
If you're looking to get some coin for the fruits of your labour, you should talk to Tanelia. She sounds tough, but she'll cut you a fair deal. I also suggest you spend some time in the training room. Just talk to Vipper. He'll show you around.
How will doing extra jobs help the guild?
Years ago, the guild used to have a foothold in every major city in Skyrim. You wouldn't dare even lift an apple without checking with us. When things started going downhill around here, it became difficult to keep it all together. We lost fences, influential contacts, and coin. It wasn't long before we lost what we depend on to survive. Respect. By doing these extra jobs and putting some fear into the people, we can take back the cities and start being taken seriously once again.
Take a city back? What's that mean?
Thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften. But get arrested in Whiterun and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. If we gain the confidence of someone very influential who lives there by doing a unique job for them, we'll be able to have some leverage there too. The only way we get that special job is by doing smaller ones in those cities until we catch their ear. Then they'll contact me and we're off.
So I heard you're offering extra work.
I handle the fishing, numbers and bedlam jobs. the ones with a more personal touch. If breaking's a more your thing, go talk to Vex.
I know what I want to do. Tell me about the numbers jobs.
Most of the establishments in Skyrim keep their transactions recorded within business ledgers. Your job will be to change the numbers in those books so the shortfalls from our other jobs look legit. Feel like doing a bit of writing?
Maybe later.
Bad. Looks like I need to find someone else to take care of business. Need some gun? Great.
But how about you tell me about the Bedlam jobs?
Sometimes we just like to remind the city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we've made an impression. Simple, right? Almost. The catch is, it doesn't count if anyone sees you take it. The message needs to be clear. We work in the shadows. Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in?
But the one I will actually do.
Find me if you're good. My clients.
Tell me about the fishing jobs.
There are all sorts of people wandering around carrying their valuables on their person, just waiting for someone like you to pick their pocket. So, you in for a little fishing?
I'll get it done.
Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
All eyes are on
And
you.
he will give me a random location and target. Steal Aaron's flawless garnet from Aaron in Riften.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses.
Back off, I know the drill.
Now you I like. I've been getting sick of the pushovers that usually walk in here. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine. Now it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business.
What sort of business?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
Any idea why?
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck.
So, what can we do?
You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh?
I heard you ran into trouble at Golden Glow.
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It
8?
was like
That's
he was
all?
daring us to come and get him.
Any tips to get me in there?
Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
Does the guild provide other services?
If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills.
How will doing extra jobs help the guild?
Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn palace. The only way this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again.
What were the glory days like?
The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it. If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again.
I heard you're offering extra work.
I handle the burglary, shill, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you
Alright.
don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs.
I'm gonna skip through this dialogue a little bit faster.
When a client needs us to eliminate another, we send you to plant some
Plant plenty evidence, talk to the guards.
Handle it? Ready for some work? Good. We could use the
Sweep jobs.
If you're interested. What do you say?
Take a lot of valuable stuff from a particular house. Heist job.
If that means
Break into shopkeeper's strongbox. Or what I typically stick with, the burglary jobs. Break into a house, take an item.
Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
There is a golden ship model from Atheron residence in Windhelm. And here's Tanelia.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted.
Why is that?
I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee.
Is there anything you don't charge for?
Sure. How about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us.
Understood.
Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
I won't, but I will show you
Until next.
What they do. The Thieves Guild armor increases your carrying capacity. Thieves Guild boots, pickpocket success. Thieves Guild gloves, lockpicking, and Thieves Guild hood prices for buying and selling. That's all I'm going to do down here for now. Once you have been properly inducted to the guild and have met Mercer, or just gotten into this section, from now on you can come up into Riften and back into the Thieves Guild through this entrance. There's a full chain there, and we'll add it as a new location. And if you're coming in, there will be a button on that coffin that you can hit. So, to be perfectly honest, trying to go through Golden Glow Estate right now would not be my best idea. I probably do not have the sneak skill or the combat skills if I get seen to make it through there safely. What I will try and do, Aaron's house is actually unlocked right now. I'll at least try and get this first thing stolen. These miscellaneous quests are going to be a godsend for getting gold. Yule sees me. She's on the other side of him.
Don't even think about it.
But I'm gonna quick save and give it a shot anyway. Even though she sees me. I think that quest takes into account the possibility of being stopped by someone else. But I suppose I could wait and see if they're not, standing on top of each other anymore.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
She's walking away. He's walking away, so I'm now hidden. First try once I was hidden.
I've never seen the old.
Yeah?
Just gonna save again real quick because I want to check a different tab on my computer. I'm worried it'll break it. Yeah, I'm having a good time, but I think I'm going to call it here for the night. Do still have some other things to do today.
Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
But I will find a chair somewhere, or a bench, and sit on it and pick a book to read to end the stream. So, let's look at my books. And I've got... Don't remember which one I said I was going to do. I'll do The Firmament. I was going to do the Book of Nature, but... The Firmament by Violke, I believe. The stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are the major constellations, known as the Guardians. These are the Warrior, the Mage, and the Thief. Each of the Guardians protects its 3 charges from the 13th constellation, the Serpent. When the sun rises near one of the constellations, it is that constellation's season. Each constellation has a season of approximately 1 month. The Serpent has no season, for it moves about in the heavens, usually threatening one of the other constellations. The Warrior. The Warrior is the first Guardian constellation, and he protects his charges during their seasons. The Warrior's own season is Last Seed, when his strength is needed for the harvest. His charges are the Lady, the Steed, and the Lord. Those born under the sign of the Warrior are skilled with weapons of all kinds, but prone to short tempers. The Mage. The Mage is a Guardian constellation whose season is Rain's Hand when Magicka was first used by men. His charges are the Apprentice, the Golem, and the Ritual. Those born under the Mage have more Magicka and talent for all kinds of spellcasting, but are often arrogant and absent-minded. The Thief. The Thief is the last Guardian constellation, and her season is the darkest month of Evening Star. Her charges are the Lover, the Shadow, and the Tower. Those born under the sign of the Thief are not typically thieves, though they take risks more often and only rarely come to harm. They will run out of luck eventually, however, and rarely live as long as those born under other signs. The Serpent. The Serpent wanders about in the sky and has no season, though its motions are predictable to a degree. No characteristics are common to all who are born under the sign of the Serpent. Those born under this sign are the most blessed and the most cursed. The Lady. The Lady is one of the Warrior's charges, and her season is Hearthfire. Those born under the sign of the Lady are kind and tolerant. The Steed. The Steed is one of the Warrior's charges, and her season is Midyear. Those born under the sign of the Steed are impatient and always hurrying from one place to another. The Lord. The Lord's season is First Seed, and he oversees all of Tamriel during the planting. Those born under the sign of the Lord are stronger and healthier than those born under other signs. The Apprentice. The Apprentice's season is Sun's Height. Those born under the sign of the Apprentice have a special affinity for magic of all kinds, but are more vulnerable to magic as well. The Atronach. The Atronach, often called the Golem, is one of the Mage's charges. Its season is Sun's Dusk. Those born under this sign are natural sorcerers with deep reserves of magicka, but they cannot generate magicka of their own. The Ritual. The Ritual is one of the Mage's charges, and its season is Morning Star. Those born under this sign have a variety of abilities depending on the aspects of the moons and the divines. The Lover. The Lover is one of the Thief's charges, and her season is Sun's Dawn. Those born under the sign of the Lover are graceful and passionate. The Shadow. The Shadow's season is Second Seed. The Shadow grants those born under her sign the ability to hide in shadows. The Tower. The Tower is one of the Thief's charges, and its season is Frostfall. Those born under the sign of the Tower have a knack for finding gold, It can open locks of all kinds. And if you didn't notice, each of those corresponds to one of these stones that can be found throughout Skyrim. So, with that, I'm going to call the stream here. If you joined me, thank you, and have a wonderful day.